So I had an idea that I really want to share with you, which is I'm going to do this video as shadow work in a nutshell, okay? I've had a few people approach me about the program and very interested now in, we're all being called to do the work and face our shadows, okay? And I'm aware that my program is, though I've already said it in the program, I'm going to say it again. There is no quick fix with healing, okay? And if you even begin, your process in 21 days, then you're pretty incredible, okay? But I know what it's like when you just want to kind of know. And yesterday I was talking with a client and she was, it was a beautiful new moon yesterday, and I was encouraging her to kind of really drop into her pain. And I sort of said, I'm going to look and see if, because she's got the program, but being quite busy at work, hasn't been able to have a look at it yet. And so I said, okay, I'm just going to go have a look through and see if there's just one video that I can send you. And I kind of looked through and I thought, God, you know what? There isn't one video. They're all relevant, and yet actually, if you just work with one video, it almost seems as if it isn't relevant. Okay, so that was what gave me the idea to just really wrap up the nuts and bolts, if you like, of the actual shadow work itself, okay? Because that's the good stuff, that's the juicy stuff, okay? So obviously, as far as I'm concerned, what makes a great experience just in life generally, okay, it's just going to make your life easier, it's just going to make your work easier, it's just going to make your relationships easier, it's just going to make your shadow work so much easier, okay, is to just relax. Now, I know the reason I'm doing this is because you want to avoid that part. Everyone does. I don't quite understand why. Because for me, it's the best part. It's the easiest part. All you have to do is lie down and go to sleep. If you're lucky, you might not even go to sleep, or just rest anyway, and just go into a psychic sleep, a trance-like state. But the thing about trance is that it's actually, bing, total awareness, okay? It's like psychic sleep, where you shut down the unconscious mind and the consciousness is just primed and taking everything in, okay? So I know you don't want to do the most important part, and that's up to you, honestly. I totally recommend it, and really it's the only thing you ever need to learn, because everything's locked up. It's zipped up files, okay? Locked inside you, and all you have to do is just start dropping into it and softening around it, and it's gonna all come rising to the surface, okay? So please do enjoy that part, because in some ways it's the best part, and it's the part where you're really gonna have a good time. Okay, anyway, I was meant to be doing this in a nutshell. I gotta apologize, I'm not very good at that. So the idea then is, right, great days to do this kind of work on new moons, full moons, and other auspicious days when there are just beautiful alignments in the sky that are just opening up various aspects of our own emotionality. Okay. But the best way to kind of start this work is obviously to go in with some intentions, okay? Now, because what we're doing here is actually shadow work as opposed to manifestation, okay? You can do both processes at the same time, essentially. you know, you can move in and out of both within an evening's work, okay, or a day, or, you know, a few hours or something. You can weave in between all sorts of things: healing for yourself, for others, intentions for manifestation, and just seeing yourself, okay, in your totality. So the way that I start, and the way that I recommend for people to start, is very much setting yourself a sacred space. So that might be lighting a candle or some incense. Very often it's a good idea to smudge yourself or your space, just to cleanse the energy, cleanse your energy from anything you may have accumulated through the day, just so that you're kind of coming back to center, coming back to neutral a little bit, as much as you possibly can in a quick way. So cleansing your aura. Maybe you like to light a ceremonial fire, as I often do. And in that you can lay your intentions with each piece of paper, cardboard, kindling and sticks, logs. You know, every time you place it, you're setting an intention. You're intending for something beautiful, some beautiful outcome, okay? And so that can even be for the work, you know. We can start with a prayer. We invite in the spirit of God, the spirit of Gaia. Don't like to call in really spirits. You know, you need to know what you're doing for that. But it's okay to say a prayer and to ask that this space and this time be illuminated for me with the aspects of myself that I need to see in order to move forward with grace and ease. So just a simple prayer. And then I very much recommend that you will go into your shadow work. You start with just kneeling. Maybe you have a block, maybe you have a prayer cushion. And a great way, an easy way in, okay, is to work with a trigger that you've had that day, or possibly one that you're wanting, that you're setting your intention to move beyond, to move through, to work with, and to work out, to work through, okay? And so I very much invite you to kind of close your eyes, get into your centered position, ground, and just really bring yourself into a centered state, a neutral state. And then just begin to think about whatever it is, whatever aspect of yourself that you're wanting to meet, that triggered aspect, that aspect that's in a state of fear, okay? And you just want to begin by remembering the situation, the conversation, the words that were said, the way it was said, the part that you played, the way that it felt. And just see if you can get a sense of where in your body is actually activated when you begin to drop into that feeling, okay? It's likely to be around a chakra, because they are our main nerve plexuses, okay, in the physical body. And they're very much the three biggies where we often hold our social sort of interactions with other people is the throat, the heart, and the solar plexus. And they can very much feel contracted, compressed, held, contained, stirred up, adrenalized, okay? And so just see where, when you think of this issue, You feel stirred up. You feel activated. Bring your hands there and bring your attention there, and bring very much your breath, okay? And just start to breathe into that area. Just really want you to start to, just really, really drop into it, breathe into it. And as you breathe, as we've spoken about in these videos, if you've watched them, and if you haven't, I recommend you very much do, even though you've watched this video, is that our trauma is stored in the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons, the organs, even the fatty tissue, the bones of the body. And we've suppressed it, we've held it down when we felt triggered, often as children, because we were so powerless against an adult, usually. Or it may have been a bully, or a group of peers. And when we start to breathe into it, that's where we're going to start the activation process, because we're going to start to open it. It's been very bound up, it's been very held down. And as we start to breathe, and you can even use your movement and your actual massage. Remember, the movement is the massage from the inside, and then we can tap, we can pound, and we can stir it up, we can create friction, okay, with our breath. Now, I also encourage you to have a pen and paper with you, okay? And as you're there, just begin to ask yourself the question, what is this? What am I feeling? What is it? What am I feeling? And something's going to come. Just go with whatever comes, okay? Don't question it too much. Just go with whatever comes. I feel stupid. I'm an idiot. And start writing it down if it feels right, because it's important not only to witness it, but often it's important to actually get it out and down on a piece of paper, and then you can burn it in the fire, you can destroy it in some way, some ceremonial way that feels right for you, okay? So try and see if you can get really, really specific about how you're feeling. I feel lost, I feel alone, I'm scared, I'm on my own, I don't know what to do, I don't know who I am, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know, I just don't know, I can't do it, I feel alone. You might repeat yourself over and over, okay? And then give it a body posture. What does it feel like? I can't do it, I don't know how. Why is this happening? Why is it happening to me? Who am I anyway? What am I doing here? What are my gifts? What are my purposes? And that is very much where the movement's going to come in. And the reason that we've turned it into this process, into an exercise, is because it's stored in the body. So as we move, we can start to move it. You can give it a sound. You'll find that you very much have to go into your collapse before you can go into your strengthen, okay? Let yourself go there. It's the tantrum that was never allowed to be felt. So just let yourself feel it. Just be it, just feel it, just sound it, just see it, and just release it. It's just an orgasm, and it fucking feels good. home.